Good morning, my friends. How are you today? So let me take a quick second before anybody hops on and share this live into my CBD for Pets and People information group. So if you have not joined that yet, I will post the link when I'm all finished down in the comments where you can join that. So let me just find it really quick. I'm going to share it into that group. And today we're going to talk about, can CBD help your pain? So let me share there, and then I'm going to share on my personal profile for my people who have not yet started following this page, but they're kind of curious about how CBD works in the body and what it can do for them. So there we go. Okay, good morning, how are you? So before we get into the topic of pain, I want to make sure that I stay compliant with the FDA and read a medical disclaimer, because I don't want to get in trouble and I don't want to get our company of My Daily Choice and HEMPWORX in trouble. So this is required of me to read this, so let me just read it really quick. Statements made about HEMPWORX or My Daily Choice products have not been evaluated by the FDA. They are not intended to be diagnoses, treatments, cures, or to prevent any diseases. Okay, got that out of the way. So let's talk about your pain. So before I want to go into the reasons why I take it and the things that it has helped done for me, good morning, Troy, and our products and all that, let me just say that I took a quick second and I Googled what CBD can do for pain, which you can do as well. And this is what Google told me. This is what Google said CBD can help with. Okay, again, medical disclaimer. It says the human body has an endocannabinoid system, or ECS for short. This system translates back and forth the signals of when we have pain and what it does in our body. Okay, long story short, that's the short bullet point version of it. This also applies to inflammation. A lot of pain is caused by inflammation, and inflammation causes a lot of pain. These two things go hand in hand. They are BFFs. Google says that CBD regulates your system for sleep, your immune system, and your pain levels. Google says that CBD helps with arthritis, MS, chronic pain, smoking and drug withdrawals. So if you're somebody who's trying to smoke, or you are somebody who is coming off of heavy narcotics and addictive medications, it helps with the withdrawal symptoms of those. Google says CBD helps with anxiety, with epilepsy and seizures, with acne, diabetes, cancer and cancer treatments, and children and adults who suffer from ADHD, PTSD, and many other things. So you are welcome to Google and do your own research and write down all your questions and send them to me. So with that being said, one of the reasons I personally take CBD is because I like it that it is non-intoxicating. So I am somebody I'm very busy. I need to be focused. I run another business. I'm a homeschool mom. I am a wife of a man who is in law enforcement. I'm a grandma, soon to be babysitting my grandchild. Like, I don't want to be intoxicated on a day-to-day basis, right? It's one thing to go out with your friends and maybe have a drink or two and kind of cut loose, but like on the day-to-day basis, I do not want to feel intoxicated. But I want relief. Like, I don't want to feel the inflammation and the pain and the things going on inside my body. I also don't like the feeling sometimes of over-the-counter options. They give me other side effects that are then hard to deal with. So for me and my body and my situation, CBD has been a great pain reliever for all of my aches and pains. The many that I have. Growing old, aches and pains, past injury, aches and pains, repetitive, I work, I still have a career, and that career makes my body sore. I work out every day, that creates a soreness in me. Those are things that I do not want to take a drug that is going to intoxicate me. Also, CBD is non-addictive. That is important to me. Some of you who've known me for a hot minute may not know this about me, but I have a history back in my past of drug addiction, and that almost destroyed my life. It almost ruined, I almost would not be here today if I had not gotten clean. So it is important to me to not take things that are, or to use alternative measures to help my body feel better without having the risk of that being addictive. So CBD is a non-addictive, holistic approach to managing your personal pain. It has less side effects. So for some of these things that Google listed that it helps with, for instance, like anxiety, okay? I also struggle with that. And for many years, I took pharmaceutical prescribed by a doctor that I loved and respected, nonetheless prescribed to me anxiety medications. These medications gave me, I feel worse anxiety, or no feeling at all, like just felt like a zombie. And really weird and unmanageable side effects. Those side effects hindered me being able to just be a productive mother, working at my other career with all these weird side effects that it didn't work for me. It didn't function for me. I couldn't function like I wanted to. So I really appreciate that CBD does not have those side effects. As I said before, it reduces pain and inflammation. So a lot of times those two things go hand in hand. I tend to carry a lot of inflammation in my body. It makes me have a lot of pain. And then areas that I have pain tend to have a lot of inflammation. So my inflammation that I deal with is not only the physical pain of areas in my body, but also internal digestive inflammation. Excuse me. I have a tickle in my throat. So being able to just ingest an oil tincture goes down obviously into my digestive system and helps to heal what's going on in there as well. Good morning, Missy. So let's talk about CBD versus medical marijuana. Okay, let's talk about the difference of those, because a lot of people I talk to still believe, and I did too, so I'm not judging. No judgment here whatsoever. A lot of people still think, or their mind is still kind of wrapped around, that CBD and medical marijuana are the same thing. There are places, I do believe, that actual medical marijuana is good. There are things that's been scientifically shown, studies have been done to show that the high level of THC in it helps certain conditions. CBD, however, has either none or very, very low amounts of THC. THC is the psychoactive compound that is in both marijuana and hemp. However, in marijuana, it has very high levels of THC and very low levels of CBD. The hemp plant has very high levels of CBD and very low levels of THC. Very different plants. They're much like cousins. They do both fall under the cannabis species, but they are very, very different. In our line, we also have a CBD mix that has very, very low, those low trace amounts, 0.3% of THC in it, the compounds. However, it's not enough to get you high. Like I could drink an entire bottle, it is not going to make me high. We also have an isolate where all the compounds of the plant have been extracted out and only the CBD is left. So THC is gone, terpenes are gone, everything else is gone. It's strictly pure CBD. And we are coming out with a broad spectrum, which is going to have all of the compounds of the plant, the whole hemp plant, minus the THC. So they are extracting out the THC. CBD and THC have different, they do not affect our receptors the same. So CBD does a different action with our pain receptors than THC does. So if you want to know more about that, definitely Google it, read up on it, and then come back to me and say, okay, now I want the best quality CBD I can get my hands on. And my nose is running. Because quality matters, you guys. It's not all CBDs are processed the same. They're not all made the same. The farming isn't the same. You really got to do your research and look at your bottles, look at their third-party testing and their documentation that shows if they truly are organic, if they truly are processed with a CO2 extraction, if they truly have done their gas chromatography testing, if they have done how they process it. You know, we have a immediate cut and pack dry system where it's in a bag, airtight, sealed, bag dried within 4 minutes of being cut from the plant. That is something that no other company does, and it ensures that there is no mold that is ever going to be in the plant. What was the other thing? I think that was about all I was going to say about that. I'm going to show you the ones I use. Hello, Corey, how are you? So I started with, so let me show you the ones I use for topical pain versus like internal. Okay, so topical pain, I use our Relief Pain Rub. This is 100% pure CBD, organic CBD, and emu oil, and I believe shea butter and a few other organic ingredients. It's very thick. It has a very light scent, which I appreciate because I use this every day. I don't want to be walking around smelling like I'm wearing a pain rub, okay? Also, it absorbs completely into my skin. Once it's rubbed in, it's completely absorbed. There is no oily residual. There's no stain that might happen on my clothes. It doesn't rub off onto anything else. It is completely absorbed into the skin, and this is THC free, so you don't have to worry about like an absorption of residual amounts of THC that might end up in your system. And then we've got, oops, there's a gnat in here. And then we have the oil tinctures. Okay, so we have 3 different strengths right here. Can you see that? Okay, so we have a 500 milligram, a 750 milligram, and now have launched a 1500 milligram. So the 1500 is essentially 3 500s into one bottle and a better value. I mean, I look at it as, wow, I'm getting like 3 bottles of these for the price of 2, because this costs about the price of 2 of these. Okay, does that make sense? So better value, stronger potency. If it came down to it and I needed a higher dose that day because I was feeling a lot of inflammation and pain and my anxiety levels were really high, I know that I have a higher dose that I can use that's gonna, help me with that. Our new labels are cool because they have this little strip on the side so you can tell which flavor you are picking up. The color coordinates to the flavor. So we have natural, which is kind of a real light organic tasting. I mean, that's the best way I can describe it, is just real organic tasting. And then we have cinnamon, and it's going to have a red stripe on the side. Cinnamon, or kind of an orangey red. Cinnamon is real sweet and hot. So if you kind of have a sweet tooth, it's nice for that. It's real sweet and kind of a sweet and spicy taste, kind of like Big Red Gum or hot tamales. Kind of reminds me of that. And then we have a peppermint, which is going to have like a teal colored stripe on the side. The peppermint flavor I love because peppermint is also good for settling upset tummies, and I tend to have an upset tummy like all the time. So when it's a very light and crisp and refreshing peppermint, it goes right down and immediately soothes my stomach. It also, it's very cool on my throat, gives me a nice pepperminty breath. And also is nice, you could put a few drops in water to freshen up your water. I would not put it in water as like your dose, but maybe to just freshen your water and give it kind of a peppermint flavor. It works really well for that. Something else on our bottles, again, earlier in this video, I was saying that quality matters, processing matters, purity and potency matters. So you can see on the back of this bottle right here, we have the Hemp Authority seal and we have this QR code. So both of these are really, really important. Okay, the Hemp Authority seal right here, this is a seal that we had to work very hard to get on our brand. Only 13 out of thousands and thousands of other CBD producing companies even were awarded this Hemp Authority seal. This meant that we met all the standards that they expect to see in a quality product. This QR code, okay, right here. This QR code, if you scan it with your phone, it puts you directly to the batch test purity and potency for the batch that you have bought, for the batch that's in this bottle. It shows exactly what it has and doesn't have. It shows the potency, the purity, and for our full spectrum and isolate lines, it is going to show you and prove to you that it indeed does not contain absolutely any THC and that you are safe to use it. In case you are somebody who maybe has employment drug testing, okay, and you don't want to fail a drug test, you will know that if you use our isolate or our upcoming broad spectrum brand, it indeed will show and prove to you. You don't have to guess. You don't have to take the word of mouth of maybe somebody in a dispensary or somebody in a retail store that's like, oh yeah, no, it's THC free. You will know because you can scan it. Okay. Something else about our brand also, so there's a lot number on here as well and an expiration date, you guys. Okay, expiration dates are very important because this is an organic substance. Okay, this is an organic supplement. Organic things, they go bad, they rot, right? Like have you ever bought an organic apple? If you don't eat it within 2 or 3 weeks, it molds, it goes bad, it rots, it should decompose if it's organic. And I know that sounds, decomposition is kind of a gross word, but if you don't see an expiration date on maybe another brand that you're looking at, that is a huge red flag to you that is full of preservatives and solvents. Okay, that's what solvents do. Solvents are a preservative for you to also like help keep the product stable and give it a years of shelf life. That is not something you want to be ingesting. One more thing about our brand that you will see no other brand has, no other CBD brand has that I know of, is in our online office, you can see and you can pull it up, is that we received a AAA rating. And what that means is that there is a very rigid check marks, benchmarks, whatever you want to call it, that you have to meet when you have a product and a business model. And our company was awarded that AAA seal. So you can look more up about that on our website and dive into that if you're kind of a nerd and you want to know like more details about that. I highly recommend you go to the site and you check it out. I have included the link above up in the text. However, if this video reached you by another affiliate, so a friend of mine, I have lots and lots of affiliate friends, if they shared this to you or on their page, or you've found it wherever, you found it on YouTube, please reach out to the affiliate who shared this video with you and go to them and ask them for their affiliate link so that they can connect you to the product or to the business plan so you can learn how to become a CBD affiliate and a hemp healer like we all are, and join us in this movement to get to search out and rescue people from being stuck in a body and a life that they don't like and that they are miserably unhappy with. So if you are somebody who is like, I want to be in this with you guys, reach out to the affiliate who sent this and shared this with you. If you are not currently working with someone or have a friend who is an affiliate, please reach out to me. Go check out the link up above. Reach out to me personally. Ask me questions. I would love to help you. I can also share with you kind of a short presentation of the company and the business model and help you dive more into that to decide and help you make an educated decision if the products are right for you, if what we have is going to help you, and also if the business model is something that might be right for your life right now to help you get unstuck. So have an amazing day, you guys. Thank you so much for following my page and sharing my videos, and I greatly appreciate all of you, and I want you to have a wonderful day.